Am I the asshole for embarrassing my fiance at dinner after he joked about my upbringing? So, what exactly is the joke? It must be really, really racist. Let's hear the story. Hi Reddit, I am Andrea, 28 female. I am originally from Colombia, but haven't been living in the US for about 10 years. So living in the US for 10 years. My fiance, David, 30 male, and I have been together for 3 years, engaged for 6 months, and until now, I thought we were on the same page about respecting each other's background. For context, I grew up in a small town in Colombia, and while we didn't have much money, my parents worked tirelessly to provide for my siblings and me. I am incredibly proud where I am come from. It shaped me into the strong, resourceful person I am today. Recently, David and I went out to dinner with his friends, a group of mostly professionals in their late 20s and early 30s. These are people I met a handful of times, and while they've always been polite, I have sometimes felt out of place because of the subtitle comments they made about my accent or my exotic background. I usually brush it off, but this dinner was different. During the meal, one of David's friend was sharing a story about their recent trip to Europe, talking about authentic experience of local food. Out of nowhere, David chimed in with, "Well, Andrea doesn't need to travel out for authentic experience. She grew up eating off banana leaves in the jungle, right, babe?" Oh my goodness, that is so wrong and racist in many different levels. This is just nonsense. I would feel very like hurt. The table erupted in laughter. I was stunned. Not only was his comment widely inaccurate and frankly ignorant, but it was also deeply humiliating. I could feel everyone eyeing me, waiting for my reaction. I calmly smiled and said, "Actually, David, I grew up in a small town, not the jungle. And while we didn't eat off bananas, we did learn how to respect people's culture, which you seem to have missed." That is a great combat. I think the family environment gonna be a bit different after this comment, but let's see. The table went silent. David turned bright red and mumbled something just joking, but the vibe for the rest of the evening was noticeably tense. When we got home, David was furious. He said I embarrassed him in front of his friends and that I blew a harmless joke way out of proportion. He said he embarrassed him in front of his friends. Did he embarrass her in front of his friends too? Like she was embarrassed too, just by you telling a joke. I told him that his comments wasn't harmless. It was condescending and made me feel like I was the butt of a joke in front of people who already saw me as different. He been cold ever since, accused me of being too sensitive and saying I sort of just laugh it off. I think David is being way too sensitive. Like David humiliated, right, Andrea. And Andrea can't really defend herself. Is that what David wants? Is David just want to bully Andrea for the rest of her life? I feel like I stood up for myself in a respectful way, but now I am questioning if I should have handled it differently. I don't think she should have handled it differently. She handled it perfectly, right? Very respectful and telling the crowd that making fun of her culture, making fun of the way she eat, or making fun of the way she dress is disrespectful. And I never done anything like that, because I know how Andrea feels, because every time I'm Chinese, right? And sometimes I go to like grocery stores. People will make fun of me because they think they can speak the Chinese language. So example would be one time I was in Sam's Club in Jefferson City, Missouri. Jefferson City. Pushing the cart down the aisle with chickens on it and some coconut water. And one guy, he is a minority too, but African American, pointed at the coconut water and said, "Chimichurri, chimichurri." I think that is like super racist, not funny at all, and it hurts my feeling too. Like people just making fun of my own mother language, and ironically, he is a minority too. I don't know why he thinks that it is funny. It's kind of like the same spot as Andrea. but in a more cruel way. Because David said that Andre eats off banana peels, right? That is just wrong. Make her, it kind of paint the picture like Andrea doesn't have money, live in the slump, live in the very ghetto area, and the only way that she get food in her stomach is eating banana peels. This, it sounds like David is kind of painting her as a monkey or something. Like, it's just very, very wrong. And I feel like David shouldn't be mad about it, because obviously I think David should apologize instead of being mad about it. Apologize to Andrea. And it sounds like David want Andrea to apologize to David, which is not the case here, because Andrea did not even attack David. It said, actually, David, I grew up in a small town, not the jungle, and while we didn't eat off banana leaves, we did learn how to respect people's culture. You seem to miss it. Clearly, Andrea could make fun of David too, like, hey, I know we eat off banana peels. I heard Americans, you guys eat off cheeseburgers all the time. Like, we could have attacked each other left and right. But Andrea was not that kind of person. David went low. Andrea didn't go lower. Andrea stood firm to the ground and said that, I don't appreciate that joke, right? I don't appreciate it at all. And I just want to let you know that next time, don't ever make a joke like that anymore, because we live together 24/7, and I feel like that joke is hurtful. And I think the point is clearly communicated across. And David is too sensitive. I think David is too sensitive. David was accusing Andre being too sensitive. But in reality, I think David is too sensitive and just laugh it off. David should just apologize to Andrea. What do you guys think? Like, that's my perspective as a minority in America, right? People make fun of me all the time being an Asian Chinese person. And I feel offended all the time. Like, sometimes I feel offended, sometimes I just laugh it off, depending on the situation. But I feel like David's joke was a bit too far, making fun of Andrea. And hopefully David come to sense to apologize to Andrea. And if he wanna keep the marriage together, the plan together, be sure to apologize to Andrea. And it is not the way to just continue arguing, and you probably gonna lose a marriage. But yeah, leave in the comment section below what you guys think of the story. If you feel like David went a bit too far, or do you think that joke is harmless, leave in the comment section below. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. I greatly appreciate it. It means a lot to me. And make sure to hit that subscribe button. My name is Calvin, and I'll see you guys next video.